So adding decimals. We have 3.7 plus 2.8. And the way we're going to solve this, all the decimals have to be lined up. So we need 3.7 over 2.8, and then you're going to add 7 to 8, and you're going to get 15. And then you're going to carry the 1, and you're going to put that over the 3, and then that's going to be 6. So you're going to have 6 is going to be your first number starting on the left. And then the decimal is going to come down, and it's going to be 6 point. So you have the decimal to the right.
Drew, can I stop you for a second?
Yes.
So what I think you should do here, are you going to be writing this down? This can't just be verbal. It's going to fly out of every kid's head.
It's probably gonna be on a board, or they're gonna.
Why don't you use
I'm gonna have it on a board, and then they're gonna write it on boards they have or something.
Why don't you use the whiteboard tool like this when you're talking? I think you should do that.
How do you get to the whiteboard tool?
Do share screen, and you'll see whiteboard. You see that?
How do you get to the whiteboard tool?
Do you see the green arrow that says share screen?
Yeah.
Click on that, and you'll see a whiteboard option.
Okay.
Click on that, and you should be able to write with like your mouse.
Okay.
All
right.
So, because I have to be able to see what you're writing, that's an important part of this.
Okay.
So I would start again, and I would write it down.
Okay. Oh, it's terrible. Okay. Okay.
Don't worry about it. I mean, I have a graphics tablet that I use because I tutor. And when you're talking about the numbers, you really want to emphasize place value. So you don't want to say 3.7, that's 3 7/10, because it's emphasizing understanding what the numbers mean. That is 3 wholes and 7/10. So like 7 pieces of a whole. That is 2 8/10. And you want to emphasize that the place values are lined up. It's like a common denominator. So tenths are added to tenths, wholes are added to wholes, and so on and so forth, like that. That's an important part of understanding what you're doing when you're adding decimals. All right, I'll let you keep going.
All right. Okay, 3.7 plus 2.8. And
Drew, say like they always, when you're teaching math, 3 7/10, 2 8/10. Say like that.
3 7/10.
Yeah.
Plus 2 8/10.
Yeah.
Let's see. True. All right. So the problems we have here are 3.7 plus 2.899, and we have these, and you want the decimals to be lined up right here. So we got 3 7/10, and then 2.8/10, 2.899. So we have
2 899, and then that ends in the thousands place.
2.899. There we go. And then let's see. All right. So we're gonna put some placeholders in here. We're gonna put 2 zeros in here so it gets lined up. And all right.
Just click out of it, it'll go away. Yeah. And then there might be an arrow tool if you want to move those zeros over instead of using that text tool. I think there should be a toolbar that you can see with maybe like a thing that's more for moving and not for typing.
Super nice. Let's see. Let's see what's going on here. All right.
You can delete that box, I think.
It's not deleting. Which is fine. All right. Can you use the eraser? There we go.
Yeah, this is what I had to deal with when I was teaching remotely for the first time.
Yeah. It's cool they offer it though. Like this is a great tool.
I have like a I had a little graphics tablet that I would write on like a pen and a pencil.
Yeah. Yeah. It's awesome. Let's take a look. Let's take a look what's going on. All right. Let's see. All right, let's eraser. Wonderful. All right. So you said there's another tool other than the text that you can use? Or is the text tool the only tool you can use in the toolbar?
Also, you're starting with a kind of complicated example. Why don't you start with like the most basic adding decimal and then work your way up instead of starting with a, like, that's kind of a higher level question. You're starting with a high level question instead of starting with just adding something like 7/10 and like 2/10 or something like that, and then working your way up.
Yeah, I like going complex.
Yeah, you're starting with thousands already. And students in fifth, when you're adding decimals, usually they learn, the first lesson they learn is about like just tenths, like what they are. And then they learn, hundredths and all that. And then they're adding before they even learn what thousands are. So they usually learn what tenths are, learn how to add them. Learn what hundredths are before they're even dealing with thousands and the fact that they exist. So I would do a lesson where you're focusing on, because they have to understand what the numbers are before they can understand what they're doing with adding. Just like tenths, what they are, show adding them in a way that makes sense. So like 3/10 plus 2/10 is 5/10. That's kind of intuitive, and then you can work your way up to eventually doing these high level problems. So can I kind of show you? Can I kind of show you that for a second? Is that okay?
No. Okay.
Or do you want to keep doing this and I can show you after?
Is it okay if I keep teaching?
You can keep teaching, yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
No. Like no. This is just like extremely helpful for me. Okay. So we got our placeholders in there. So the first 9, you're gonna add that to the 0 placeholder, and you're gonna get 9. So that's gonna come down, and let's see. So this guy right here is gonna come straight down, and you're gonna get right over there, and that's gonna be 9. And then over there, there's gonna be another 9. You add that up, that 9's gonna come straight down. So you got 9, 9 right now. That is what is going on here. So that is 9, 9, and then add 7 to the 8, and then makes 15. Carry the 1, got 6 over there. Decimal comes down over here. So you got 995.6. So you got 6.1599. That should be your final answer. And you carry the 1, this comes over, this turns into 6, and it comes down, and this is 6, and then it's 0.5 because this was 15. But you carry 10, but you carry something that represents 10 over, and that turns into 1, and this comes over, and then this turns into 6. And so this is 15. So you break the 15 in 2 parts, and you come over here, and then you put this on there, and then that turns the 5 into a 6, and then this becomes 6, and then this becomes 5 right here because it was 15. So your final product, or this is addition, so your final sum would be 6.99. All right. That was very verbally, and that was a few different ways of explaining it, but I kind of wanted to explain what it means to carry things over and the value. So that was kind of the thing I really wanted to focus on with that. And that the decimal has to come down, and that with addition, the decimal always comes down in the same place where it's lined up. So that's something I just kind of got to keep straight. Subtracting decimals is a little bit different, so we're gonna do that right now. All right. Let's see. let's see, 7, 8 minus, 7, okay, so our problem is 27.8 tenths minus 13.76 hundredths. All right. Okay. So you're gonna line these guys up right here. You're gonna get 27.80, and you're gonna subtract that by 13.76. So you got that going on right there. And then we get into the fun part. We get into the subtraction. So how we're gonna do this is, first you got the 0. So you're gonna start from right to left, and we see the 0 right here. 6 can't come out of 0. It can't. So we're gonna borrow from the 8 over here, and we're gonna get 10. So we're gonna borrow 1 from the 8. That's gonna turn that 8 into a 7. So that's gonna turn that guy into a 7 right there. So that's a 7. And then this is 10, and then it's going to be 10 minus 6. So it turns into 10 minus 6 right there, and then you're going to get 4. So you
Drew,
get,
this part is super confusing the way you're writing it. Sorry to interrupt.
It's okay.
Just like someone processing this, look at this list of numbers. I know it's hard because it's on the screen. But you just gotta like think about visually if it's easy to process. And right now it's just like a ton of numbers. And
okay.
the fact that the 7 is lined up under the 6 makes it look like you're doing the subtraction there.
Okay.
So like, I would just like figure out a way to label it in a way if someone looks at it without you talking, that it'll
Okay.
kind of make sense.
Okay. It's just how it gets lined up. This is kind of how I should do it. All right. Let's see.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. That's all right. Right. You are right that if I'm talking, it's a different way to interpret it, but probably the first time it should probably be a little bit more uniform. That's just something I kind of have to work on.
Well, I was kind of confused what you're doing, and I'm a math teacher, so I'm sure like the kids might kind of be. If you're doing like scratch work on the side, you could put a box on the side and label it like that.
Okay.
But if there's like a whole bunch of numbers and symbols flying around, it's going to be confusing.
Okay. That sounds.
Like even the 7 minus 7 equals 0. I don't even remember. It's because you borrowed, right? So that's the
Borrowed,
0 in the
indeed, I
tens
know.
place. That's not clear at all.
Okay.
Sorry, I told you getting feedback from me can be a little painful.
No. I appreciate you getting it right, Melissa. I value your feedback. Let's see. Okay, 4. Okay. All right. So, the first part is like 4 and then 0. Don't have to fill in the 0, it can just be 4. So it's gonna be at the bottom. What is going? All right.
And
So,
maybe you have to go back. I think you have to select on it with the like an arrow tool or something.
okay.
Yeah, now you can click in there and edit that text.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's annoying.
Yeah. People are nice. All right, let's see. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on. All right.
You're gonna have to select a different tool so you can select that text box. It's really annoying, but the text box doesn't select the text box. You need like the selection tool. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, all right.
You
Okay.
can always do it another time too. This doesn't have to be our only, if you want to like clean it up and have another recording, we could do it another day.
Okay.
Why don't we watch it?
And would you be interested in writing a sketch? Like, if you want to write a sketch, I can coach you through it. Like, I can coach you through how I do it.
Yeah, that might be
sketch
good.
writing. Yeah, if you're interested in doing that, like, I can
I
send
am,
you.
this week I'm like super stressed
Okay.
for different reasons, but like I think once I'm like mentally a little just kind of cleared out, just I don't know, just a bunch of things going on. Dog is sick, had to go to the hospital with the dog, and just like some random stuff, so I'm kind of overwhelmed, but once I'm like in a place where I'm just relaxed, I think I might be able to think about stuff, and then I would definitely contact you, and maybe you could help me like hash through, because I've never written a sketch before. That would be super helpful. And it might be a little less stressful than stand-up where, you know, a bunch of people are staring at you immediately.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm getting really anxious right now. I'm sorry.
Okay, you can be anxious. You're doing a lesson and I'm criticizing you, so it makes sense.
No, it's okay. Oh, man. All right. Let's see.
But this is no stakes, so we're just working through what you're doing. You know, you're practicing, so not a
Yeah.
big deal.
All right. Cool. Okay. Yeah. All right.
And you're using this tool that you've never used before, so it's obviously going to be really stressful.
Yeah. So how do you click inside the text box? Okay.
I think if you just click your mouse once, like normally inside that box, it should go in. So go to the box, just, you see how it like forms the little
Yeah.
typing cursor mark?
Yeah. Yeah, I
As
see
soon
that.
as you see that, I think you can type. But so once you select the text box,
Okay.
and a lot of tutoring's over Zoom now, so it's probably good for you to know how to use this.
Yeah.
So you can see that like a blank text box you're not using is selected now. Move the cursor over the text that you want selected. So like move away from that one, maybe click out of it. I think if you just click over. Oh wait,
Let's see. Yeah. Right. This is really confusing, but you know, it's okay. All right. So, all part of the learning process. Yeah. No, but this is really
brain
important.
froze on my end.
Oh, people. All right. Let's see. Ugh.
Am I frozen for you? Because your stuff is frozen for me.
No, you're fine. People are nice.
I don't know what's going on my end then.
People are nice.
My
Oh,
computer's really crappy.
people are nice. People are nice. All right. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. 0.4 right there. People are nice. People are nice. People are nice. All right. Let's see. Let's see.
Sure, I think I have to leave and come back. Something's wrong with my Zoom. Actually, maybe it's not even letting me leave. Why is it frozen? My internet?
Let's see. All right. Okay.
Drew, you want to end the meeting and then start it again? Because it's frozen on my end. I don't know what to do.
Are you okay with that, Melissa?
Yeah,
Okay. Do you have enough time?
yeah, I have time. I have to walk the dog eventually, but he doesn't seem like he wants to go out right now. He's been kind of sick and lethargic. Right, buddy? Aceto, you wanna come out? No, he doesn't wanna move. Yeah, can you, did you end it? It's still frozen on my screen.
Um,
No, you didn't end the meeting. I'm talking to you. No.
all right.
Um,
Let's see. Let's stop the. Um. hmm, Um. Let's see. People are nice. Let's see. Uh. Yeah. uh, I'll end it and then restart it.
okay. Hopefully that fixes the frozen screen on my end. We'll see.